Hey everybody, this is MG Vids back with some more PlunderNauts. So I ended up with the Tunguska, or Tunguska, I guess how you pronounce it, running now 2 beams and a torpedo turret. I actually filmed a whole episode about why I went with this ship and actually beating that planet that had been giving me problems in the Polaris system and getting to the Scimitar system, but I've been having some device difficulties, and some of y'all pointed out that there was a little bit of lag in the last episode. So I think I've gotten that fixed, but that episode is long gone. So why did I go with the Tunguska? Well, I got, after using the Scimitar a few times, like I really liked having 4 tech mod slots, and I kind of didn't feel like going back down to only 2 with some of the other ships that are out there. So I wasn't really crazy about this setup on C16 Shark, but one of the things that folks have been posting in the comment section is these saucer ships have a lot of speed, and so for that I was like, well, I want to give that a try as well. So the tech mod slots and the speed, that's why I went with the Tunguska. I still think the Ubatuba would be neat, but at the same time, it only has 2 tech mod slots, so I don't know. And then I appreciate some folks out there posting how they forged an Iron Wolf. I actually finished my forge of those 3 starships, and I just ended up getting an uncommon Polaris. I'll show you here real quick. This was it. So that's what I ended up getting. Came out at level 13, 775 movement, but a boost to antimatter collection. Now this has got 1375 movement, 1600 health. So it actually works really good now. I mean, that level that I was struggling with, I was just running around away from 4 torpedoes, so it was great. But now that we're in the Scimitar system, I already cleared the first level. I figure we start working our way through. Maybe take a look at some of these boss planets if we can get there. One thing, because of this ship has got so much speed, and because where the turrets are located on the front of the ship, I think it would be an interesting tactic if I were to go like all torpedoes and just close in. That I just zoom up, fire those torpedoes, and then run away, because I do have the arc shard. So someone was giving some pretty decent tips about, hey, if you go with that, use the fire those torpedoes and then activate your arc shard right before it strikes. The other thing I've been busy forging has been shields. So I've gotten 2 shields now. They're about at 4,000. And also, one of them turned out to be an uncommon, which was pretty neat, so it gives a boost to HP. Run right away from that mine. Do the quick U-turn. Run away here. Really running away to allow my shields time to heal or regenerate. And there's that torpedo making work. So, I don't know, I think it would be really interesting. I have another really good torpedo turret, but I need to be level 16 to use it. So, if I can get there, then we'll slap in all those torpedo turrets. I also love the Scimitar system because look at the amount of XP I'm getting now. Like, 11.5 each level. Like, that's awesome. So we'll take 2,000 gold, move along here. This is a tongue twister, though. Tunguska or Tungusta, I don't know. I just call it a saucer. I mean, I'm flying the saucer, and that's what's fly right through the mines here and fire a little torpedo. Whoa. Run away from that mine before it gets us. This thing actually came when you bought it. It comes with turrets. Look at that man just outrunning those cannons. but I'm just not really a turret person. I know a lot of people like them. They're great for destroying little fighters, maybe that somebody sends out. But I don't know. I just can't get into the turret thing. That torpedoes. If only I could have like hypersonic torpedoes or something. I guess that's what missiles are for. But great. I definitely think it would be easier to steer if I wasn't using I'm using a phone versus a tablet. I think a tablet would make steering significantly easier, because I feel like you can hold your finger down and drag around to drive, but with a phone, everything's so tiny and the space is much smaller. I don't know that it's as easy to do that on a phone. So, all right, let's hop into one of these. Hopefully, this is a boss now in this gang. We'll see how the Tunguska holds up, or the saucer. Cyber Sue. Huh, missiles in the front, but we're so fast now. Let's see how this works out. We just stay away and... oh, shoot, that did not mean to do that. We should actually put on a shield. Just stay way back here from her. We have 2 torpedoes chasing her now. And it flew right by. What the heck? There's a 3rd torpedo going at her. Stay away. That was awesome. Like, I could not do this with any of my other ships. They would just be destroyed completely. Now we're actually behind her, which is nice. Except that my torpedoes have not been impacting yet, which is not good. Outrun the rockets. There we go. Or the missiles, whatever you want to call them. Drop. I do not want to do that. Let's drop the arc shard again here. And keep. Man, that torpedo's like almost there every time, Getting some more paint on her. There goes one straight at her. Let's just get out of here. So I think, as I'm playing through this, some of the lag issues I was having on, especially like in 18 where it seemed like it was a little lagged, I was playing a lot on a 4S, and now I've switched to a 5S with a better processor, and it's working significantly better. That little 4S, man, after you play a few games for a while on it, especially when you're streaming, it gets so hot. I say that, and it just glitched again with the boss here. So this might be could very well be an issue that's not on my end. I thought it was maybe device. Just jog away from her some more. Bring out the... why does that thing keep coming up? I just want to bring out the arc shard. I'm just tapping a little bit too high here. Throw out the next torpedo. A big hit of 5,500. Got both beams working back and forth on her. Look at that, man, again. Like, I want to use the arc shard, which is not even getting used now. Because then every time I jump into that screen and dive back out, then you see it gets a little bit laggy afterwards. So I'm trying to... I think the better device will work, but let me know on your end if you don't see any improvement. I will say that this ship is pretty awesome. just running away from all of these little missiles. Speed is like a welcome addition here. Ooh, just got her. It was like a torpedo and double beam hit at the same time. 20,000 XP. Holy cow, with a 1200 beam. That's pretty good. Well, since that one's so easy, let's go ahead and go after this other boss up here. As if they're blocking entry, you know, into the system. What's she running? Traditional starship with turrets. Alright, we're just going to drop this lady pretty quickly. Go shield here. Begin just beaming her. We've got our torpedo going. There you go. Arc sharded right before it got there. So 8,200 damage. I think she's just going to be done though because she doesn't. She's sending out fighters or whatever. Hey, we have speed now. We just run along with like 4,000 hit point shields. Just continuing to bring the heat on her. Those fighters really can't do anything to me. There's those crappy turrets. Arc sharded again. Bring up another shield. There goes another little torpedo at her. Ah, that one only had 3,000 damage on that one. Swing behind her here and get some beam fire on the back. Run away. I would have thought like the bosses now in Scimitar would have been a little bit more challenging, but maybe the ease with which we're beating them here is due to just a much better ship now, huh? With the speed we have and the strength of the shields that we're using. Arc shard this one more time. And then let's go ahead and just close in and kill her off. There goes the torpedo impact to the back. Yeah, got her. So 2 bosses down this level. Trying out a different device. Let me know, you know, on your end if that's working a little bit better. I know there was a couple sections where it locked up on us. But again, just any feedback you guys can give me will help out. And then also if you're experiencing any lockup on your end, that would help me know too whether it's all my device or it's some of it was my previous device and some of it was maybe the connectivity back with backflip, because you can log into on any device, right, as long as you're using your gamer ID, and it'll populate, you know, your ship and all your materials. So MG Vids with some more PlunderNauts. We're now in the Scimitar system, taking down those first 2 of the gang here using the Tunguska now, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to continue to work our way through here, bringing all of our battles to you. It looks like this will be the end until the next galaxies are released, but hey, if you haven't already, we'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel, take a look at all the content that's coming to YouTube, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks a lot.